So, after the stinking hot 42-degree day yesterday, we come in the power room this morning. The batteries are at 91% and the Midnight Classic's happily working away, and the Victron, which isn't that old, hasn't done too much work, has got an error 26 and a float light flashing, which is incorrect obviously. So if you just hold this camera for a minute, love, let's see what's going on with the Victron. There it is there.
Terminal overheat.
Terminal overheat. Okay. So that means, oh yeah, we got warm cables, and they're real heavy duty. Those cables are meant to be able to handle 100 amps. So I've got something going on here, and I don't know what it is, but those cables are really warm. We've got a bit of a, so we need to update it anyway. So I'll let that update, and I'll investigate. It's in boot mode now, it's updating, and I've got to investigate why these cables are overheating. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn the solar off, the Victron, and then I'll pop his fuses when he's finished. Now those cables at that distance, okay, with a 25-degree compensation, are rated at 98 amps, and there's only about, I don't know, 40 amps at 48 volts worth of solar panels, maybe a bit more, not much more on the Victron, which is capable of handling 85 amps. So I'm going to have to pull that apart and chase down where it's not connecting properly. Interesting. It's an interesting problem, and those cables definitely are hot. I can't feel any heat in the fuses, but I will pop those off. They're sand-filled 100 amp fuses down the bottom there, I think, from memory. I'm not sure, I'll have to have a look. Alright, I'll be back as soon as the update finishes and I can do a bit more diagnostics. Fun in the power room. Okay, so the update finished. Firmware updated. As you can see, it's got 78 volts under load, which is there's 92 volts thereabouts, the panels are. It's pushing in 25 amps. So there's no way in the world that this cable should overheat, but it is. So what I'm going to do is turn the solar off. The solar's off. The current's dropped to 0. The batteries are at 53.5 volts. Dropping down, of course. So I actually think one of these sand-filled fuses might have a problem. So we're going to pull this. Now look, they're beautiful and cool. They're lovely and cool. Let's pop one out and see. Alright, now you see that little goldy, when there's a problem with these fuses or they blow, that little gold tab pops out. So the fuses aren't blowing. Let's check this one. And they're 80 amp fuses, and they're not warm or hot. And you can see that's the base of the fuse there. And you can see this little tab is not popped out, it's in there securely. So that's not the problem. So now I've just got to pull it all apart and investigate the wires. And there's the problem right there. You see I just pulled that wire straight out of there? Okay, so obviously with the heat, this one's still tied in. Obviously with the heat, it's come loose. And as the copper does, it expands. And yesterday was a very hot day. So that's the problem right there. And that's basically how you just quickly diagnose problems with your gear. Now summertime's a good time for wires, copper wires to come loose, because not only has it got the heat of the current, but then it's got, down here it was the hottest day we've had for this time of year ever. And yeah, that was just too much for the wires. I do tighten these up. As you can see, this one's nice and tight, and you can see that one's in as well. But obviously yeah, the copper, you can see it was tight, you can see it's flattened, it's been tightened. So obviously it's come loose, heated up, got even looser, and just, yeah. So there is thermal protection for the cables on the Victrons, which is absolutely friggin' marvellous. So it's, look, honestly, I've had the Victrons a while now. I've got them in the trailer, I've got them everywhere, in my camper trailer, and they're just proving to be a bloody awesome charge controller. Anyway, I'm going to quickly get this fixed, sorted, put back together, and come back and show you it working. I want, actually, I just want to turn the solar off the Midnight Classic, because I don't want it finishing the batteries off until I get the Victron up and running, because I want to push some more amps through there. I'll be back. Okay, so I'll quickly retightened all the wires, and they were all just a smidgen loose, just a smidgen. Can you hold this for me, love? Alright, now we just pop the fuses back in like this, push them down, but come on, lock in. Help people put them in the right hole. That's it. They're locked in. Now they usually arc just a little bit here. There we go. The volts are flashing. We're reconnected again. We've got 52 volts. Turning the solar back on. Yeah, that was the max solar, 102 volts max solar that was on there. Dropped down, we're now pushing 27 amps out. And that's, I don't expect any more troubles out of it this summer, because they've all been retensioned, checked, fuses popped back in. And my wife just reminded me there's 3 kilowatts of solar on that one, and I think it can handle about 5, maybe a bit more. So yeah, there we go. It's got 37 amps coming out of it. There it is there. $37 amps, and it's all working well. So it's got 2,993 watts coming out of it. It's very hot. It's already over 30 degrees C. I don't expect to see much more out of those 3,000 watts of panels, because it's going to be I'm already sweating here. It's stinking hot. So, and it's going to be warmer today. Any clouds today, love? No clouds, no smoke, just damn hot. Just damn hot. Alright, so that was, what's that, the day after Christmas, wasn't it? Boxing Day. That was our Boxing Day surprise. We've got our modem here because I'll be installing a system in here that will once again allow me to view my system online no matter where I am, as long as I got a phone signal. So that's why that modem's sitting in here. So that'll be interesting. Alright, happy Boxing Day everyone. I hope yesterday was a great day for you. I ended up making a little battery box with that 100 amp hour lithium battery for my daughter, because she's down south camping right now, and she's all smiley faces, so that obviously worked okay. Obviously worked great. Alright, goodness me. For my friends in America, it's obviously Christmas Day over there, but yeah, whatever it is, Christmas Day, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, whatever. Or Hanukkah you call it. Heineken's a beer, isn't it? Anyway, keep safe everyone. Bye for now.